Hello, wealthy family, and welcome to today's video. Thank you so much for coming and sharing some time with me. I love and appreciate you all. So today's video is inspired by yesterday's events. I was doing a reading yesterday, and it was really windy and rainy, and it was more windy at the time than it was rainy. And I was on the back porch doing my session, and I said something to my client, and right in harmony, right in sync, I heard like a crashing, crackling type sound. I was like, what the? And I turned, and it was a branch falling from my neighbor's yard, but the wires for the neighborhood and also the main power pole is in my backyard. So that hence you may see well, you see that yellow thing behind me as I move? That's one of the anchors for the power poles. We have three. So, I heard that and I was like, oh snap! And then I saw smoking, and then I saw a little flame, and I was like, oh snap! I may have to, I may have to put you on hold and have somebody call because it's sparking up and flaming. But then it started raining, so it went out. It was a beautiful thing. And then my husband was going next door to give my neighbor, I give him dinner every night, and he was going to give him his plate, and he saw it again happening, sparking up, but it was really big this time. It was a huge flame. And he was like, I can't believe you still have power. And then he said he started seeing the line melting and dripping, and he was like, oh, we're about to lose power. And boom, sure enough. So we were without power for a while, and I wasn't panicking. I had just finished dinner, as I said. My neighbor was getting his plate, and I had finished everything for the day. So I was just like, whatever, we're gonna eat dinner. And we still had some hot water in the tank. The kids had already bathed. It was just my husband, myself, and the baby. And I was like, okay, we're good, whatever, not gonna panic. But I said, I'm sure they'll have it up shortly within night. Even though we had a melted wire, I'm sure they'll have it back up and going. And sure enough, they did. We were up before 11 o'clock, right? But just that guidance, I went to my ancestor altar, right? I made sure their candle was lit. As I lit candles around the house, I made sure their candle was lit. And I was just overall just grateful. I was just grateful that I wasn't a panic. I knew that things were gonna, come quickly. I've been without power before because we're in Florida, so hurricane season. But I wasn't really panicking, and Spirit was just like, be calm. Just, open the windows, let it flow through, play with the kids, whatever. We have a hot spot and good laptops, so the kids were occupied till bedtime. But it just reminded me, it kind of, as I lay down in bed, ready to go to sleep in the dark. But like I said, the power came on. But as I lay down, I was just thinking, I'm just so fortunate. I'm so fortunate. I'm so grateful. I'm so thankful. I am such an abundant being. I truly am stepping into my energy and my season of my goddess self. And with today being 4/4 on my Angel Oracle channel, I was led to do a money message, right? Today's Thursday, Jupiter Day, my favorite day of the week. And that's just all about abundance and expansion. So if you're not subscribed to my Angels Oracle channel, or you're not watching those videos over there, what are you waiting for? Okay, I'll make sure I link it up here. It'll be linked in the description and the comments of this video. Go check that out. But I just wanted to talk about how to move yourself into an abundance frequency, because I was not always here. My I had to train myself, reframe my thinking, brainwash myself, right, of those things that I was once brainwashed with, being raised as a Jehovah's Witness by my mom. And not to say that that was anything bad, or that there's a lot of witnesses without lack, but they teach you that money isn't, necessary, that you shouldn't worship money. You should be with like the minimal things. At least when I was in there. They're making a whole bunch of changes now, but doesn't matter to me because I'm never going back. Okay. So I got my taste of freedom. I will never be bound again. But just I want to share some things that I did that you too can do to help change your frequency and raise your abundance mindset, how to gain more money in your life. So first thing, look at your foundational training. I mentioned my mom for a reason. Okay, I was raised, both my parents are Jamaican. All the children that my mom and dad had were born there. I was born here in America. And just the thought process of my parents, very hustle, very let's go get this shit done. And that's actually how we ended up here in America. My father, from what I'm told, my father told my mom that it's a lot for him to keep traveling back and forth to Jamaica. So he convinced her to come here, only to find out that it was his family. He wants to come to be with his other family, right? Shit's crazy. But he and my mom always had some type of hustle going on. And when she came to America and divorced him because he had a whole secret life going on, um, it raised, I saw something in her change and click, because now she's in this foreign country, at least from what I can remember, because I was, like I said, born here and they got divorced when I was a toddler. So just remembering things as I was growing up, she always had a hustle about her. She was always doing something. She knew how to cook. She used to sell ties to the brothers in Kingdom Hall, right? She used to sell plates. She used to type, do stenography, because she was a very fast typer. So she would do um, dictations from doctors and transcribe their notes into written form, right? So we had a computer. We always had a way. Even though she was a single mom, we always had a fruitful life. And I just keep remembering, I had this love of money, this desire for money so much. I used to steal a lot. And I had to get myself out that mind frame. But I was always like, I don't want to have to work hard for money. I see my mom working hard. She has this ease of her own, that she would be triggered by stress, and seeing this ease eat her and prevent her from doing certain things. I was like, I never want to be stressed out. I don't ever want to be stressed out for money. That was something I had to realize. So I say that to say to you, what are your foundational teachings? Right? Some people will see their parents working hard for money and say, I got to work hard for money. Some people will see their parents working hard and say, I'm never going to do that. Some people will work hard, see their parents working hard and say, you know what, I want to just have enough. But your foundational teaching, your first examples and interactions with money is what shapes your mind frame. And if it's something that is not serving you, right? Because for a long time I was like, I don't want to stress about money. Shit, I'll steal before I got to stress out, right? I'll pimp these niggas out here before I got to stress out. Yes, I was that person. But I was like, okay, I can't have that mind frame that's not serving me. And I switched it around, right? I changed things up. The next thing that you can do to help increase your abundance mindset, understand that money is how you know it is not the only type of money. If you travel and you get out of the United States, you get out of your little space, you'll see that money is whatever people agree it is. Okay? You have coins, you have paper, you have energy, you have crypto, you have all different types of avenues for money. So stop looking at money as just this finite thing. It's not. It's very mutable, it's very malleable, and it responds to those that desire it. Money is a living entity, a living thing, right? The currency of money, the frequency of money is always at on a feminine vibration. So if you love money, if you nurture money, right? Women, we love that, right? Feminine energy loves that. If you show that energy towards money, it will come back to you. Stop thinking of it as just this paper or this coin. It's so much more. Some places, if you have cows, you're very wealthy. Some places, if you have horses, you're very wealthy. Some places, if you know how to grow fruits and vegetables, you're very wealthy, right? It's all dependent on what you agree it to be. But for you to be stressing out over something that's so mutable and malleable, it's not serving you, okay? Next thing that you can do to help raise your abundance frequency on this 4/4/24 days, right? In order to raise your frequency, you have to recognize the frequency in which money resonates at. And then if you feel or find that you can't get yourself on that frequency on your own, do other things to help enhance that signal. So, when you have a static heat, well, nowadays you don't have that because everything's digital. But back in the day with TVs, right? If you have staticky, or with the radio, if you have static, you're not quite picking it up, you'd have to tune it, right? You may have to switch that antenna, right? You may have to shift that foil wrap in, right? You got to switch things up in order to get onto the right frequency, the right plane, so that you can get to the signal that you want to pick up, that you want to detect, right? So you can get in line with that signal that's being broadcast on the frequency that you want it to be. So using candles, using oils, saying prayers, doing mantras, doing meditations. Those are just enhancing your frequency. They're enhancing your signal. They're broadening the range for which it is that you are sharing your your frequency at, right? So if you're trying to call in money and you burn an incense, that's call money. You burn a candle, then you say a prayer from the book of Psalms, which is a very abundant book. Please don't throw away the Bible just because it's the Bible and these white men or women or black men and women told you that this is a word of God. So now, because you're mad at God, you take this book and you throw it away. There's so much valuable lessons in the Bible, all right? So you read a passage from the book of Psalms, right? Or the Song of Solomon, very wealthy man, okay? Or you read the story of Job and you see how he overcome, and then you use that to ingrain and enhance your frequency signal so that you can get to the same level of the broadcast that you want to get on to enjoy the enhancement of money that flows your way. These things, again, are just tools. There's nothing evil about it. And that's not the magic. Those things are not the magic. You are the magic. You are the beacon. You are the plug. You're the outlet. You're the captain. You're the boat. You're all of it. You're everything. These outside things, including these angels of finance and abundance and frequency and gods and goddesses, all of them, they're just tools. They're just helpers. They're just helpmates. But they're not it. They're not the end all be all. So rewriting your mind frame around these frequencies or around these thought processes so that you can align yourself with the frequency of abundance will allow it to come into your life more quicker. Okay? And a bonus tidbit, use astrology to let you know when is a good time for certain things to flow to you. Billionaires study astrology. I don't care if you believe in it or not. It doesn't matter if you believe or not. It freaking exists. You can't look and tell me right now that the sun's not shining. Where is the sun in the sky? That's considered where the astros are in the sky. Okay? All astrology, astronomy, celestial beings, all of that is just reading the star, reading the sky. It's there, it exists, it's above you. So why not tap into it to see what it is? So I keep telling you all, Thursday is the money day, is the day of business and expansion because it's about Jupiter and that's what Jupiter holds, right? You want to get even a little bit deeper? Go on your phone and pull up planetary times of the day. Each day is ruled by a certain constant planet or star, okay? Because Sunday is the sun, Monday is the moon, Tuesday is Mars, Wednesday is Mercury, Thursday is Jupiter. I've gone through all this before, right? But when you look and you see, okay, 12 o'clock, between 12 o'clock and 1 o'clock is ruled by Jupiter. Between 1 o'clock and 2 o'clock is ruled by Mercury. So if you want to enhance your communication skills and money, you would want to do something, say something in the hour of Mercury on the day of Jupiter. You understand? I hope so. So that's that. That's all that I have for you today. Ooh, my video was long. Let me go ahead and jump off. I love you all. I appreciate you all. And until we connect again, stay alert, stay aware, and live in love.